Hi guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Sing Unburied Sing, and this is by Jesmyn Ward. And this is the second book that I have read for the Women's Prize Shortlist for 2018. This tells the story of Jojo and the family that he comes from. And Jojo is, I believe, 12 or 13 in the book. And he lives with his grandparents, his little sister and his mum. And his grandmother is dying, and one day they get a call to say that they have to go, or they can go and pick up his father, and his father has been in prison for the last few years. I don't know, I can't remember whether we're told why or not, but if we are, I can't remember why he's in prison. So they embark on this car journey to go and pick him up from being released from prison, and they take along one of his mum's friends. So this is told from a few different perspectives. You get chapters from Jojo's perspective. You also get chapters from Leonie's perspective, and Leonie is Jojo's mother. And then there are these odd chapters that we get, very short chapters that we get from the perspective of ghosts. Because on this car journey and in different places in the book, a couple of the characters encounter ghosts. And they talk to ghosts and that sort of thing. I thought this was a really good, definitely I think going to be a favourite on the shortlist. I loved the writing in this. I thought it was very atmospheric, very beautiful. There were some lovely descriptions in here, but also I thought that Jesmyn Ward managed to capture her characters really well and develop them really well across the course of the novel. I really felt for Jojo, but also I really felt for Leonie as well. And Leonie isn't a particularly good mother. She's quite neglectful of her children. She doesn't really have much of an emotional connection with them, and Jojo doesn't really listen to her, and neither does his little sister Kayla. And so the things that Leonie does in this book are very questionable, and I found myself exclaiming out loud in quite a few moments in this about the decisions that she was making and what she was doing, and kind of the decisions that she'd made in the past that had led her to this particular place in her life and this particular situation that she was in with her children and her boyfriend. I don't think they were married, I think it's a boyfriend. Yeah, but also what I thought was particularly clever about this was that I also found myself sympathising with Leonie's character in some sort of regard. So you kind of get this idea that she's an unlikable character, but at the same time I could sort of see where she was coming from, and I could sort of see why you might sympathise with her situation or sympathise with some of the decisions that she's made. What's important to note about this book is that Jojo's mother is black and his father is white, and there's a lot of commentary in here on racism and prejudice and that sort of idea, and I really liked the commentary on that in here. I thought it was really well done. A lot of people have said about this book that they're not really sure why the ghosts are in here, and I knew that kind of comment going into it. So while I was reading the bits with the ghosts, I was kind of thinking to myself, well, why are they in here? Why has Jesmyn Ward made the decision to include ghosts in it? Because I was thinking at times, if you took them out, I don't think it would take anything away from the story. But I kind of thought to myself, well, maybe they're in there to kind of create the idea that your past haunts you in some sort of sense, but also that the things that happen to you during your lifetime, when you die, you can't always, there's not always a clear path to going to the other place, wherever that may be. I don't know what people believe, but that things that have happened in your life stop you from reaching that other place. And I suppose that kind of idea has been talked about quite a lot, obviously, before. So I'm not 100% sure why they were in here or what they added to the story. I didn't hate the fact that they were in there or whatever, but like I said, I do think if you took them out, it wouldn't really affect the story in any way. So yeah, sort of swings and roundabouts on that one. But like I said, I did really love the writing in here. I thought there were excellent characters, really well developed, and I did like the storyline and the commentary in here. And I think I gave this one 4.5 stars. So there you go guys, that was my review of Sing, Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments below. Have you read this book? What did you think of it? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.